Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to discuss about sets. Earlier we have discussed about list. You can watch that video. It is in the playlist section. Okay. So what are sets? So sets are basically same as list. They are just an unordered collection. So similar to list, sets can also have more than one data type. Like you can have an integer and as well as a string within the same set. Now let's see how you can define a set. You can define a set using the set keyword. This is how you define a set. After this, our X will be a set. Let's check whether X is a set or not. If we run that, you can see the class is of set type. So X is now a set. You can also initialize a set using the curly braces like like this. Let's see if this is a set or not. There you go. X is again a set, so you can follow both the approaches or any based um, on your comfort. Okay, but the second approach is the recommended approach where you use curly braces. If you don't want to initialize that, just remove the curly braces and keep it just like this. It will also initialize the X as a set. Okay, guys. So let's now discuss about some of the properties of a set. What are properties of the set? Here you go. So these are the properties of a set. Number one, sets are unordered. Unlike lists where lists are ordered, whether lists are ordered, sets are unordered. That means there is no significance of an order in set. So 1 to 3 will be equal to 3 to 1. Okay. Now let's just prove our point whether whatever we are saying is this correct or not. Let's check. If really 1, 2, 3 in a set is equal to 3 to 1, 2 comma 3, let's define another set y 3 comma 2 comma 1. Now just check if x is equals to y. And let's run it. Here you can see guys, so the return is true. That means sets are unordered elements. Let's also check this hypothesis in the list. If they are equal, here you can see guys, so the lists are not ordered. Lists are ordered and sets are unordered. That's why a equal to b came as false and x equal to y came as true. Remember this property of the set. Next is set elements are unique. Duplicate elements are not allowed. This statement is self-explanatory, but and I would like to demonstrate it with an example. Let's comment it out. Let's call a set x. Let's assign 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 5. Let's try to print it and see if it contains duplicate or not. Here you can see all the duplicate elements have been removed. This proves our hypothesis that okay, the sets do not contain duplicate elements. Then number third, a set itself may be modified, but the elements contained in the set must be of an immutable type. What does this mean? You can modify a set, but the elements that are in the set you cannot modify them. Let's see. Now let's try to change the value of 2 to 4. So we are changing the value of 2 to 4 within a set. Let's run that. Here you can see we have received an error. Set object does not support item assignment. Set object do not support item assignment. That proves the concept that you can modify a set, like you can delete the element, you can add the element, but the elements of the set you cannot modify. They should be of an immutable type. Okay, guys. So I think this proves all the properties of the sets. So we are done with the set properties. Now let's see how we can play with the sets. So these are the five main methods that are used on a set: add, remove, pop, clear. With the help of add method, we can add an element to the set. Let's call a set as, let's use the add method to add 4 and x. You can see the 1 2 3 has been modified to 1 2 3 4. Let's try to remove 3 from the set. Oh, I'm sorry. Here you can see 3 has been removed from the set. So add and remove are quite simple. What pop will do? Pop will basically take out the last element from the set. Let's check that as well. Oh, sorry. Pop will take out that first element from the set. I'm really sorry for that. So the one has been removed. Clear will simply clear all the elements. Here you can say when all the elements are clear, only the empty object is remaining there. And length will give you the length of the set, like the number of elements in the set. For that, let's again reassign the set to 1 2 3. Print length of x. Here you can see the output is 3. That means the set has 3 elements. So these are the normal operations that we perform on set. Now guys, because of these properties, there are some restrictions on the set. So let us see how you can convert a set to a list. Let's define a set. Define another list. Simply convert a set to a list or a list to a set using their parent keyword. Like if you want to convert a set to a list, use the list keyword. If you want to convert a list to a set, use the set keyword. Let's print y. Here you can see the returned output is now a list. It has square brackets instead of the curly braces. Also, if you want to check whether an element is present or not, you can check it. Print one in x. In is will be used to check whether that element is present or not. Here you can see it printed true. Let's check for something else. Print 33 in x. Here you go, false is printed. So in using the in keyword, you can check whether an element is present in the set or not. This is an important annotation. This is an important keyword because it is used mainly in programming. There is one more concept, guys, which is of frozen sets. So, what is the difference between a set and a frozen set? So, frozen sets are itself immutable. You cannot modify a frozen set. So, what is the use of frozen sets in programming? Suppose you want to define some constants which you don't want to be modified across the application, which are like your global variables. Okay, so you define them as a frozen set such that it will not be it cannot be modified by any application, okay, across any methods. Let's see how you define a frozen set. So for defining a frozen set, it takes an iterator variable. Here you guys, so like the set as frozen sets are also defined using the frozen set keyword, and they take iterator as an argument. Here you can see when I have used, so when I try to print it, it is clearly telling me that it is a frozen set. It is a frozen set of a list set, so you cannot basically modify it. Let's try to modify the set. X dot add 4. It should ideally give us an error. Here you go, guys. The frozen set object has no attribute add. Since the frozen set object has no attribute to add, they cannot be modified. Okay guys, so this is an important part of the sets. Please do like and subscribe this video. If you have not seen my previous video on list, please go and watch that video. Thank you guys for watching.